Ultimately, the video will be stamped with a date, and since we're live streaming, it can't be changed, right? And then thank you, Martin. Drew says Cubsy says hi. Since the VI, it's been a while. Thank you. That's one of the places I used to work. I spent a lot of my adult life as a DJ, as a matter of fact, working in bars and restaurants. And the VI was probably my favorite gig of all time. I worked there on and off for about 14 years, more on than off, and made a lot of friends up there who still are friends today. And it's great to hear from you. Thank you very much for coming in. I was lucky last night. I actually ran into a few people in the middle of the afternoon, different friends from different points in my life. And it was interesting to see that as well. Oh, Naomi saying, yeah,
Okay, things are pretty quiet here, folks. So there is some action, just not much right now. And as we seen yesterday, the same type of thing. It really didn't hit crescendo or a peak till about 5 p.m. So between 5 and 7 p.m. was the crescendo point yesterday on Saturday. And other than that, things are pretty quiet. We've got Kevin Kay here providing commentary. This is right at Queen's Park, the park there in the circle. And a few Canadian flags, few people. Sun shines out, so the sun's out, so that makes it a nice day. Beautiful day that way with the sun. And there's the monument. And yeah, I used to every once in a while, one master, this guy Ing, that trained with another Qigong master that I knew in Hong Kong, exercised here a few times. Myself mostly spent pretty near close to 30 years at Grange Park. So just enjoy. Any questions, comments, just throw in the chat. And love and peace to everyone.
subscribing and stick with me. I live in Niagara Falls, about an hour and a half away from Toronto now, but I still continue to work around here. Um, I will bring you a lot of live streaming outdoors from the honeymoon capital of the world in the coming months. And I'll cover as much of this as I possibly can for now. There we go. Yeah, Nightbot's on the case. Yeah, Martin, it'll be interesting because they dispersed them. Now, the police presence that I saw walking, I walked over, I parked just east of Yonge and Bloor, and I walked across Bloor back to where we are here now at Queen's Park, and all I saw was possibly one police car in each intersection. It doesn't look like they're expecting to be blocking streets off the way they did yesterday, but I just don't know. I just want to show you what I see with my eyes. I wasn't filming while I was over there. I waited until I got down here, but they're really, it looked like business as usual for the most part up there on Bloor Street today. Yesterday was a very different, off topic. Favorite classic car? Lamborghini Countach. That's not fair because it's not in my reach, far above my pay grade. But I have always been crazy about that car, or a Porsche 959. Let's just say both out of reach, but both gorgeous vehicles. Um, I'm not as much of a car fanatic. One car that I think if money was not an object, I would love to find a Ford Edsel, because apparently even back in the day that is $1 billion mistake. It was labeled as the car for the future at the time, if you can imagine. And apparently Ford lost $1 billion on that even back then. Here's some drone footage coming up. We'll wave at the drone. I'm sure we're going to see lots of those. If you can see that through the trees now, I didn't catch it in time. Thank you, Robin. And forgive me for not welcoming every single person into the chat, but thank you everybody for hanging on. And then I can't be sure, Susie. So unfortunately, I'm not able to be anywhere tomorrow. I have family obligations and other things that I have to work on Mondays always.
So we've got Kevin K. He's supplying the commentary and the videography here right now. And this is Queen's Park, center of the circle.
It is starting to look already like if Ottawa...
And be on the north side of the Parliament buildings.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
And what you have to understand is all that property is on a 99-year lease with the City of Toronto, and it's actually owned by the University of Toronto. And subsequent to that original lease, I don't know if there's been any other repatriations as far as the property, but historically it's a University of Toronto property, and it's been on a 99-year lease to the city. Any questions, comments, just throw in chat.
There's a Ford Edsel parked on Carlaw and Front Street. I need a new skill set if I'm going to be able to obtain that.
You can take that Ford Edsel and stick it where the sun don't shine, buddy. I do not like the looks of that car.
I believe I still have my jacket. One of these days I'll have to wear it in a stream.
Whether it's a billion-dollar mistake on the part of Ford, who cares? It was Ford Jr., one of the children that Edsel, that's what the name is. That's what he came up with.
Business. That's kind of what their logo looks like, right? I could be mistaken about that, but
kid was brilliant, but the car wasn't right for the time. Simple as that.
I was so happy the day I got that jacket. Real leather? Yeah, maybe they were then. Maybe they were, James. I could be mistaken. My memory's not what it once was, of course. Oh, pardon me while I
whoopsie.
hit the wrong thing here on my gimbal. I'm using a DJI Osmo 4. Thank you, guys. In case anybody wants to see that, there's, of course, I'm an Amazon affiliate, like most YouTubers are. So there's a link in the description if you wanted to see how we're able to keep the streams looking steady while we walk around with these phones like this. Yes, Cubs. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, that's interesting because I had a guy out yesterday, last night, with an iPhone 13, one of the new ones, and it did not stream as well as this unit here. Video was stuttering, and whereas this is pretty consistently quite good.
Yeah,
not much buffering.
You know, it's probably overdue for those guys to renovate, but they really did a great job. And you know that business has been a cash cow forever. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out again. We're in Toronto, Canada. All my purpose here is to point a camera at exactly what's happening so you can see for yourself. And I appreciate everybody keeping the chat lighthearted as we have viewers of all ages from around the world. I was lucky enough to have been...
Yes, we got Kevin K providing some commentary here for you. Help keep things light. Any questions, let me know. And enjoy.
And after all of this has passed, I'll consider cutting a highlight reel with audio that's been cleaned up so that we can get an idea of what people have to say here. Donut Toys and Games, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Again, forgive me for not welcoming every single person into the chat, but thank you, everybody. Because everybody now has so much easier access to professional camera equipment, we can never tell if we're actually looking at like a news outlet or somebody being a little bit more professional than somebody like myself or YouTubers or even Facebook,
Just
TikTok,
making a
Instagram
coffee here,
streamers.
folks, espresso, but I do have my ears on, so enjoy. Love and peace to everyone.
They look pretty pro, so we'll get a behind the scenes look at what they're doing. If you happen to see a clip like this on the news or something, you'll be able to get the behind the scenes look at how that was done.
All right, folks, we are here live on the north side.
No, NetDragon, I live in Niagara Falls on the Canadian side now. It's about an hour and a half away from where we are here in Toronto, where I was born, raised, grew up, and to this day continue to work. All sorts. When I first got down here, how long have we been on? It's hard for me to see the time on the screen for how long we've been streaming. When I first got down here, there wasn't any yet. So I don't know whether they're expected or not. I did not see any kind of a police presence that tells me that they were expecting. Unfortunately, I just don't know. I came down here just to catch what's going on, but not with any heads up on exactly what to expect for today. Mr. Gone Fishing, thank you so much. Like I said, I don't know if there was any kind of planned organization here. Now, they do have blockades at the top and bottom of Queen's Park over there. One side still has a bus that we saw yesterday. The other side has a couple of dump trucks and things. The police came in to disperse the trucks and the crowd. I hope you'll go back and watch that because it really is a unique thing where we saw hundreds, if not still thousands of people cheering the truck drivers as they rolled out. It was really, I mean, we're seeing things we've never seen before, things that we may not ever see again, but that was really something else. Live in Lewiston, NetDragon. I've been lucky to have been through much of the Northeast. Getting on many, many years ago, but starting in the early 2000s, for a few years, I was able to DJ all around the northeastern United States. No flights. I wasn't making 100,000 a night or anything like that, but I did get to see a lot of the cities, all the way from New York to Boston, down to New York, and or I meant to say Buffalo to Boston, and down to New York and Philadelphia, and over to Chicago and Green Bay and Pittsburgh, and even as far as Kentucky. So you can see with the different signs that we're seeing, we get a lot of different messages mixed in with the Freedom Convoy as well. I guess you'd expect that where there's any crowd of people gathering for any reason, but especially during any kind of a protest. Yeah, Bautissimo is just a robot. I can't certainly can't welcome every single person into the chat, so forgive me for that, everyone. But I really do appreciate the time you're spending. Some of the things we can do on many of the different platforms like Twitch and YouTube is add these robots into the chat to just do some of the simple things so that our moderators don't have to do it. We want them to enjoy the stream as well. And I've mentioned it before, but every moderator here on this channel is a longtime friend of mine, and they all have channels of their own. So I hope you'll check them all out as well. But the robots can take a bit of pressure off. You know, Nightbot can remind everybody that we're live right now. The moderators don't have to do it. Finding happiness in all you do. Thanks for coming in. I'm really appreciative of everybody hanging out today. We've got a lot of familiar faces, people who've been with me here on YouTube for as long as 2 years. And then as well, longtime friends from basically my entire adult life. So I hope everybody's enjoying the views that I'm giving you. So thanks everybody again for watching, and I hope if you're brand new to the channel, you'll subscribe and stick with me. I do a lot of outdoor live streaming, usually in Niagara Falls, which is about an hour and a half away from here. If you haven't already given a thumbs up, those really do help. The reason why we remind everybody so often is because if you're on a phone, it can, even I have to be reminded. You have to turn the chat off to give that thumbs up, and then you can turn it back on. You don't lose your place, it's very quick, but I'll appreciate it because every interaction here, whether it's a thumbs up or a chat message or a comment, and for every single second that you watch, has the chance to help this content get pushed out farther and farther, not just today, but in the coming days, weeks, and possibly even months ahead. Lake Erie, eh? If only the media turned their cameras around. Thank a moderator, says Greg Martin. Yes, absolutely. It's something that likely gets overlooked, but you know, moderators in YouTube channels and on other platforms are volunteering their time, and you know, I mean, there's a million things to do in life, right? And they just kind of keep things rolling, and it's a real benefit so that when people are streaming or doing the other things that they do, they can focus more so on what they're doing and not worry about some of the silliness that we can all witness with a platform that's so open this way. Far above my pay grade, but I've been asked more than once. That's interesting. There's literally got to be, I don't know, there's dozens of cameras right now. And somebody said I didn't give you my permission to record me. Now, what I do though, and ask me if I work for the government, that's comical. For anybody that's known me for more than 5 minutes, you'll understand that that's far above my pay grade. For the record, no, I am not employed by any level of government. I had that a long time ago, actually. The first time I did a stream related to the pandemic and everything, somebody came in and said I was a government agent, and I'm like, dude, that's way, way above my pay grade. But thank you for the compliment. Not to mention, I'm wearing construction clothes. I got paint. Literally, we paint lines in the road. I'm covered in it. And thank you everybody for hanging out. And Chuck Learn, I still can't be certain. I haven't seen much yet. I believe I'm down here earlier than I was yesterday. If you do watch I hope you'll go back. Billy Blue, thank you for coming in. That's a longtime friend and another monster YouTuber, as a matter of fact. Billy Blue literally has hundreds of thousands of subscribers between several different channels and does a lot of live streaming from around the world, as a matter of fact. So I hope you'll check his channel out too. Noise Maze 4, thank you. Yeah, yesterday was a bit of a different look, but like I said, I was down here later, right? And then I don't remember what time we even left. It feels to me like it might have been 8 or 9 at night. Billy Blue. Moo Moo is what I was talking about. Billy Blue has a YouTube channel here as well. And as a matter of fact, is influential in my start on YouTube. It was almost 5 years ago, 5 years ago now, that I was watching a lot of YouTube, and I hadn't watched a lot before. And Billy Blue was actually the creator behind a few different channels that I was watching repeatedly. You know, you can't figure out, like, there's so many television stations and now YouTube channels and this and that. How do you explain why you like what you like to somebody who's never seen it? I don't know. But Billy Blue was somebody that my friend and I were watching, and I, on top of a lot of other things, said, "Hey, I'm maybe we should be doing this." So we did, and still continue to watch Billy Blue to this day. He's been able to travel a lot and share a lot of information. 7 p.m. in Ireland. Thank you so much, Johnny Boy. That's funny. I don't know how many people are going to understand that in the chat. The unacceptable viewer. I hope everybody will sometime after look up Bob and Doug McKenzie. That is a very Canadian bunch of material. I'm sure you'll find lots of that on YouTube or other platforms. It's interesting now that Canada over this has been on the world stage for a while, to see all the Canadian culture and different things that have come out. Tim Hortons, of course, making his presence everywhere. Maybe what I'll do for a moment is I'll walk back up to Bloor and come back. This is interesting. We got somebody, he's confronted a CTV videographer, if I'm right.
Come on, tell it.
No, Susie, I'll go up there after this.
No, that's a lie. What else are they lying about? Come on, folks. Come over here. Tell them what they're lying about.
They're lying about the hospital thing.
600 million of our tax money went to these people.
You can bet that they have to deal with that kind of thing often, so they know how to handle themselves when that comes up.
They're raping our Jews. Come on, don't run. Don't run.
I've been looking. 31 years in Canada.
Keep in mind, thank you everybody for hanging out. I really do appreciate every moment that you're spending, and especially keeping the chat lighthearted, as we do have viewers of all ages from around the world. Now, of course, YouTube, we know, is a censorship platform, And while we don't want to over censor anybody, I do have to abide, and our moderators have to abide by the terms of service and community guidelines because we've chosen to be here. Kenny and Spenny haven't seen anything like that today. Honorary hosers all over the world. Interesting. One of the things that's gotten quite a few comments is the Canadian flags hanging on hockey sticks, which is really something else here. Yeah, back from the dead. I'm gonna have to ask you to keep the that kind of stuff to a minimum, if you don't mind. Toronto is an extremely multicultural city, one of the, if not the most multicultural city in the world, and there are, everybody's out here. We've seen it. All my purpose is to point a camera at exactly what's happening and show you. So I keep my commentary lighthearted. I don't tend to take any kind of an extreme political stance anyway at all, so that you can continue to see this. Our streams and our videos don't get shut down, things like that. Mira, thank you so much. Forgive me for not welcoming every single person into the chat, but I really do appreciate everybody watching. Thank you for the over 900 people that are watching right now from around the world. Feel free to drop your flags in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, I hope you'll do that too. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off, but it only takes a moment. I'll appreciate it greatly. From Ohio, Montana, the UK, YouTube's been a great experience because we've got friends from all over the world now. And I've been at this long enough to have lots of different friends in different time zones that still tune in on different channels and things like that. Colorado's in the house. Prince Edward Island is here. And I've got friends streaming either now or soon from Nova Scotia and from Ottawa and likely other places as well. And then Ina Van Wyck, if I'm pronouncing that right, thank you so much for that. Thank you, Alberta. Ottawax, yes, is a monster channel. So here's the thing. That's somebody who is in Ottawa and does a lot of live streaming and videos and things like that anyway. So when this came up, he was out every day. I haven't met him myself personally. We've probably walked by each other, but a lot of the streamers are kind of heads down focused on what they're doing. I tend to take a more casual approach, but there's lots of different content out there. I'm just glad we're able to get out there and document it. Off in the distance here, you'll see those officers on horseback again. We got a really close-up view of them a little while ago, about a half an hour ago, maybe longer, where one of the officers was kind enough to wave a friendly hello.
Yeah, horses are regularly used for crowd control, especially in these situations when the crowds get really large.
Bud the Spud from the Great Red Mud. There you go. So thank you, everybody, for the messages of positivity and support from around the world. I really do appreciate that. I know that the truckers appreciate that kind of thing as well. I've introduced myself to a good handful of different truckers and then different protesters as well. And some of them will likely be watching. If not right now while they're doing what they're doing, then soon after. But I know that they appreciate all the messages from everybody. And they say that to us constantly. Kitty Cat, good to see you in the house. So thanks everybody again for being here. obviously lots of conversations from people. People were down here yesterday. I was lucky enough to have joined this as well. But after any period of time, when you start to recognize people, either eye contact and nods of approval, or whether you've had conversations with people, start to recognize each other, and you see a lot of friendly conversations happening. Emotions and passions are running high, of course, as you'd expect in probably any gathering or protest of this type. But like I had said from the beginning today, I didn't know what to expect as far as any kind of organized protesting. I just figured there would likely be people here again today. When I was listening to the traffic reports on my way down here, they did say that they were expecting a repeat of yesterday. Josette's from Vermont, thank you so much for that extra generous support. I really do appreciate that. If anybody is looking for ways to donate to the truckers directly, then please do a Google search. I don't want to drop any links here or anything like that, because we've heard controversy over the different fundraising efforts that have been happening. What I can tell you is, while I was in Ottawa, I did catch the some of the speeches on the stage. I hope you'll go back and watch those. One of them was from forgive me, I don't remember his title, CEO, owner, organizer of Adopt a Trucker. And I believe that might be what I'd recommend for anybody that wants to donate. They did say in that speech on the stage that they have enough supplies right now for about 3 months, but they are very grateful for everybody contributing. And we saw people bringing all kinds of supplies, tons of food, lots of water, Gatorades, things like that. And there were people bringing around wagons with diesel in jerry cans to keep the trucks rolling, or keep them running. Derek Metcalf, I'm certainly not an authority on that, but yeah, I know it's a lot of controversy. From Montana, Lambs Become Lions, thank you so much for that extra generous support. I really do appreciate that. This is Queen's Park area, yes. Independent mind, I don't know what you mean by diversity. Toronto's one of the most multicultural cities in the world, if not the most multicultural. So there has to be diversity of some sort. Oh, I see, are Canadians. I'll bet that there are actually more as well. We saw a lot of different flags yesterday, more so than today, of course, so far anyway. But flags from around the world, flags of different provinces, different political flags. There are a lot of different messages in the different signs and things that we see from people here, mixed in with the convoy. We saw at least one religious demonstration yesterday, but there are, sometimes religious signs, as you might expect to see in a gathering like this. Pardon me.
Michael J, aka Swifty, glad you could join us. Sit back, sit tight,
Honorary hosers all over
relax,
the
and
world.
get comfortable.
Interesting.
Enjoy the ride.
One of the things that's gotten quite a few comments is the Canadian flags hanging on hockey sticks, which is really something else here. Yeah, back from the dead. I'm gonna have to ask you to keep the that kind of stuff to a minimum, if you don't mind. Toronto is an extremely multicultural city, one of the, if not the most multicultural city in the world, and there are, everybody's out here. We've seen it. All my purpose is to point a camera at exactly what's happening and show you. So I keep my commentary lighthearted. I don't tend to take any kind of an extreme political stance anyway at all, so that you can continue to see this. Our streams and our videos don't get shut down, things like that.
Yeah, it's still very early, Jesse. You won't find it
Mira, thank
getting
you so much.
busier till
Forgive me
about
for not
5.
welcoming every single person
Like
into the chat, but I
yesterday, it
really do
started
appreciate
picking up
everybody
around
watching.
5
Thank you
p.m.
for the over 900 people
And
that are
that's where it
watching
was
right now
most
from
active,
around the
between
world.
5
Feel
and
free to
7
drop your flags
yesterday.
in the chat. Let us know where you're
And I
watching
expect
from.
probably more so
And
of
if you
the
haven't
same
already
today.
given a thumbs up, I hope you'll do that too. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off, but it only takes
So
a
we've
moment. I'll
got
appreciate it greatly.
Kevin K doing
From
a
Ohio,
commentary here.
Montana,
So any
the
questions, just
UK.
throw in chat. And no, not many people on the streets near the trucks. A little harder to
YouTube's
get to
been a
the
great
trucks here
experience
right
because
now
we've
in
got friends
Toronto.
from all over the world now.
And the police have
And
really
I've
been
been at
very
this long enough
careful
to have
how
lots of
they
different friends
sequester
in
them,
different
and
time zones
they're
that
very
still
good at the
tune in
crowd control
on
here in
different channels
Toronto,
and
and
things like
really
that.
on top of
Colorado's
it.
in the house. Prince Edward Island is here. And I've got friends streaming either now or soon
So here's where
from
it's
Nova Scotia
most
and
active
from
at this
Ottawa
point.
and likely other places as well.
And you will find, like yesterday, where people will migrate is just up by the museum and the Gardner Ceramic Museum as
And then
well, just
Inavenwick,
south
if
of
I'm
Bloor.
pronouncing that right, thank you so much
And
for
that's
that.
where they closed it off
Thank you,
yesterday
Alberta.
between about 5 and 7 p.m. So
Ottawax, yes, is
it's hard to
a
tell,
monster
but
channel. So
we're
here's the
thinking
thing.
that's
That's
a
somebody
strong
who is in
possibility
Ottawa
today.
and does a lot of live streaming and videos and things like that anyway. So when this came up, he was out every day. I haven't met him myself personally. We've probably walked by each other, but a lot of the streamers are kind of heads down, focused on what they're doing. I tend to take a more casual approach, but there's lots of different content out there. I'm just glad we're able to get out there and document it. Off in the distance here, you'll see those officers on horseback again. We got a really close-up view of them a little while ago, about a half an hour ago, maybe longer, where one of the officers was kind enough to wave a friendly hello. Bud the Spud from the Great Red Mud. There you go.
So commentary provided by Kevin K.
So thank you, everybody, for the messages of positivity and support from around the world. I really do appreciate that. I know that the truckers appreciate that kind of thing as well. I've introduced myself to a good handful of different truckers and then different protesters as well. And some of them will likely be watching. If not right now while they're doing what they're doing, then soon after. But I know that they appreciate all the messages from everybody. And they say that to us constantly. Kitty Cat, good to see you in the house. So thanks everybody again for being here.
We know we're going to be screwed when it does come.
I see lots of conversations from people. People were down here yesterday. I was lucky enough to have joined this as well. But after any period of time, when you start to recognize people, either, eye contact and nods of approval, or whether you've had conversations with people, start to recognize each other. And you see a lot of friendly conversations happening. Emotions and passions are running high, of course, as you'd expect in probably any gathering or protest of this type. But like I had said from the beginning today, I didn't know what to expect as far as any kind of organized protesting. I just figured there would likely be people here again today. When I was listening to the traffic reports on my way down here, they did say that they were expecting a repeat of yesterday. Josette's from Vermont. Thank you so much for that extra generous support. I really do appreciate that. If anybody is looking for ways to donate to the truckers directly, then please do a Google search. I don't want to drop any links here or anything like that because we've heard controversy over the different fundraising efforts that have been happening. What I can tell you is while I was in Ottawa, I did catch the some of the speeches on the stage. I hope you'll go back and watch those. One of them was from forgive me, I don't remember his title, CEO, owner, organizer of Adopt a Trucker. And I believe that might be what I'd recommend for anybody that wants to donate. They did say in that speech on the stage that they have enough supplies right now for about 3 months, but they are very grateful for everybody contributing. And we saw people bringing all kinds of supplies, tons of food, lots of water, Gatorades, things like that. And there were people bringing around wagons with diesel in jerry cans to keep the trucks rolling or keep them running. Derek Metcalf, I'm certainly not an authority on that, but yeah, I know it's a lot of controversy. From Montana, Lambs Become Lions. Thank you so much for that extra generous support. I really do appreciate that. This is Queen's Park area, yes. Independent mind, I don't know what you mean by diversity. Toronto's one of the most multicultural cities in the world, if not the most multicultural. So there has to be diversity of some sort. Oh, I see, are Canadians. I'll bet that there are actually more as well. We saw a lot of different flags yesterday, more so than today, of course, so far anyway. But flags from around the world, flags of different provinces, different political flags. There are a lot of different messages in the different signs and things that we see from people here mixed in with the convoy. We saw at least one religious demonstration yesterday, but there are, sometimes religious signs, as you might expect to see in a gathering like this. Pardon me. Oh, pardon me. I'm working my gimbal with a glove on today. And then I'm starting to have a hard time reading the chat. Thank you for that mention of Give, Send, Go as well. What I'll just ask of everybody is please do your due diligence and double check that you're on the right website or right web page or right place to be donating, if at all, whenever there's large fundraising campaigns. Of course, the internet is great.
Okay, folks, I hope everybody's doing well. We've got this live stream by Kevin K. Thank you, Kevin K, for this stream. Everybody appreciates it. It's a beautiful, nice, sunny day in Toronto. And looks like things are slowly picking up. It's only 3:22 p.m. in Toronto right now, Eastern time. So yesterday things picked up, I guess about 5 p.m. Between 5 and 7 was the zenith or the max. And then the police dispersed the crowd thereafter. So everybody, stay safe. Remember, your health is priceless. This is peaceful. You know, it's all about free will and not being controlled in a manner to take advantage of you. But free will, be peaceful, love and peace to everyone. Okay? Let the anger go. Anger is not going to help anybody. So any questions, comments, just throw in chat. And Michael J. sending love to everybody. Everybody. Take care. And love to you all. Any questions, comments, throw in chat. There's only about 100 people there now. The crowds have actually thinned out from earlier today, and just may end up petering out. I'm not sure. This guy's setting up some drums. Maybe things will pick up a bit, but I don't know. It's going the other way. There was more people earlier. Crowds have thinned out. Maybe only about 100 people here now at this point. And compared to yesterday, up where the trucks were right there at Bloor and Queen's Park, that's where crowds were slowly moving to and getting much larger in size. But here today, it's very minimal now compared to even just a couple hours ago, and it looks like it just might be petering out. So we'll keep it going just for a bit and let's see what happens. Well, we'll see what happens, folks. Questions, comments, throw in chat, and love and peace to everyone.
So that's it for Toronto, guys. There's not much happening. Must have seen at least 200 people here on this park. It's not that cold, but it's a little windy. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna see if I can catch that guy playing the drums a little bit. I'm just gonna go walk around here. I hear the sirens in the vast distance. So I would appreciate you guys if you guys press the like button. That would be nice. And subscribe. I think I might be in Ottawa next week, guys. Keep that in mind. Next week, I might be in Ottawa. Just so you guys know, this channel is about how I started and operate my trucking business. Obviously, these protests all started from a trucker's convoy. And it took my interest to go and stream live for you guys. And that's how we're here today. What happened in Ottawa, guys? I read something about in Ottawa here. Confirmed. Ottawa police and mayor shut down GFM. That's theft by conversion. This is jail time.
Means they shut down the GoFundMe for for the convoy, trucker convoy thing. So GoFundMe for the truckers apparently got shut down, see what I heard.
Let's go see if this guy has finished setting up his drums. Looks like the police drone is still flying above. That is a big police drone. It is not a civilian drone. It is a big drone, guys. Oh, there he goes. There's a huge drone up there, guys. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a massive drone, police drone.
Okay, here's a guy that lost his job. Angry, so angry. You can put it back in your bag.
Chris Kyle wants my Vlad wants to stay. So there is a fight.
Right. Makes sense.
I'm just waiting to see if we can hear that guy play the drums, guys. Looks like the protest is not, it's not growing. The day is kind of ending. Everybody needs to work tomorrow. People are tired from yesterday's partying. All right, he's taking a seat. Let's see if he plays anything. No, he's not ready. The drummer looks like has like a Scottish type kilt. Maybe he's Scottish. Thousands are in Ottawa, says Joe C. Yeah, I'm gonna be going to Ottawa next weekend, guys. Or who knows, maybe next Saturday it's gonna happen here again in Toronto. You never know, guys. But I think we're gonna plan a trip to Ottawa next weekend.
Fresh air, breathe all about it.
Oh, I don't know if the algorithm's gonna catch this, guys. If this is copywritten music, ahead. That's hilarious, guys. You guys are jokers. So there's about 150 people out here right now, guys. Not a big crowd. I don't think today was ever a big crowd. But this stream is about to end, guys. I think that the drummer here is probably the most exciting part of the stream, I think.
Keeping me warm, keeping me warm.
That was some wicked dancing, bro. Appreciate that, man. All right, guys, this is as far as we're gonna leave it. It looks like my data is just about to run out. Battery's fine, but regardless, guys, it's getting cold. I haven't been walking in a while now, so sun is setting, getting really cold. My fingers are kind of freezing. Appreciate you guys stopping by.
Listen, thanks for watching today, folks. Everybody stay safe. Love and peace to everyone. Take care. Love and peace to everyone. All the best.